Hi, this is Johnny. This video today is going to cover two things. One is about how to go to archive and get the CoinOps images, and what you need to do to transfer it to your CoinOps so you could get it working. And also I will provide you the game list and the game list artwork, so you don't have to create those. You could just download it from my Telegram site and put it into your flash drive. So first you need to go find the archive website. So I already, if you go and click on any of them, it's fine. It's just that when you go into it, just try to get out, go to this one, CoinOpsX, and that will take you to the main one. Okay. So all the one that you want to download. So let's just, for example, let's just say we want to do Turbo CD and PC Engine to your CoinOps. So once you get that, click on, you just go and download the torrents. And it's only one file, it's very small. So you just click on it and it's going to ask you where you want to put it. Okay, where you want to store your SD card. So what I normally do is I create a drive, hard drive in my computer, which is the D drive, and then I put it in the CoinOps add-on. Let's click on it. Okay, and then I create a folder called TurboGrafx CD space PC. Actually, I should call it PCE CD. But anyway, then you save this file. I already saved it already, but that's the file that I saved. So if you was to make this bigger, I already saved it already. But let's just save it again. It's really a small file. Do you want to overwrite it? Because I already have it. It already exists. Do you want to replace it? Yeah, sure. Okay. So once it's finished downloading it, you will click on it. And if you already have the Cupid installed, it will start your Cupid. Now, might say that you already have this running already. Okay, torrents is in transfer. Okay, so I say okay. That means I already have it running. So let's go ahead and open up that file, see what it look like after it finished downloading. So when you finish downloading, it's going to say seeding. Seeding is meaning that they are actually sharing this with some other people. So I already finished downloading this one, which is the PC Engine. Normally it would say something like this. Seeding, I think that's what I say. Not speeding, but seeding. Yeah, I was right. SEEDING. Okay. So once you see that, that means it is finished downloading. You just do pause, and it says completed. So that is already finished downloading. So that's pretty much how you will do it. It will take a while, but I already finished downloading, so I'm just showing you the step-by-step how to go about getting it, how to get it to run. So this program is actually called the Q. Up here is called Cupid. Let me see if I can bring it down. Where's my mouse? Okay, so this is the program that I'm using. It's called Cupid Torrents version 4.4. Now they have like 4 point something. So just use the latest version. And once you finish downloading it, you just you either double click it, or you could say right click and say open the destination folder. Okay, and then it will open up that it show you. Oh, I don't want to do that. If you accidentally click on something, you don't want to drag it out, just press escape and then it will disappear, so you don't wind up moving. It's doing it again. Escape. I think my screen is okay. Make it smaller so I can see. Okay, so inside this torrents is where you just finished downloading. So you go to, and this is what you get. You get content and CUE. and then another zip file. So you need to go ahead and unzip this one. So sometimes, most of the time, not most of the time, sometimes you get 3, and most of the time you only get either 1 or 2. So this one you get 3, so you're going to unzip it here, extract here, and it's going to create all the pictures for the Turbo 16, the artwork. Okay, so it's going to unzip everything, and once you finish unzip it, you just copy this one, this one, and this one, this 3 into your SD card. Now I will provide you with the playlist and also the artwork, so you don't have to go search for it, because you need to have one that say CG CD and then PCE CD. So let it extract. And so now let's go ahead and minimize all this, and then we could how we transfer into your flash drive to make this work. Okay, let's minimize everything. So we're gonna bring the flash drive over here to the right, which is, I call it, my F drive is called One Source. The reason I call it One Source because the second half of this video we're gonna talk about One Source, which I'm going to talk about how I combine them together and trying to make it work. So that way you guys know that I try it, and you don't have to waste your time trying to do this the same thing I'm trying to do. Okay, so let's focus the screen, make it darker. Okay, so this 3 are the only thing you need to copy over. So you're going to copy. So before I copy over, I will change this to whatever game list or play icon. So I recommend change it to TurboGrafx CD space PCE and CD. Enter. Okay. So this one have 187 both TurboGrafx CD and Neo Geo, not Neo Geo, TurboGrafx and PCE engine, TurboGrafx and PCE, and not all of them, but most of the popular one. Okay, because TurboGrafx itself, I think, have 42, and PC Engine CD, I think, have 300 something, 321, I believe. But this one is only 187. Okay, so now only thing you have to do is, this is your flash drive right here. So what you're going to do is just going to copy into the root of the directory. So you're going to take 1, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to copy over. Now while this thing is copying over, we could talk about what's inside. Okay, so we're going to do copy, and we're going to paste. Okay, now this one has the content. For any CD, you will need the bio. Okay, so for TurboGrafx, and you need the system 3 PCE. You need this one inside the content. So you need the bio, and the console. You need to create one called NEC PC Engine. This one automatically created for you, so you just copy and paste it, and it put all the CD in its own folder. Okay, and it's only 2 files, bin and CUE. And the reason you want it like this is because CoinOps, it will work without you put it into a folder, but if you bring your own, you need to put the game in a folder, the CD game in a folder, like this. Okay, that's what is different between CD and non-CD. So if it's a CD game, you have to create, for it to work for both the CoinOps and bring your own game, you have to create a folder of the game, and in here you put in those two. Okay, now I don't recommend going to a stream to change all the naming. The only thing it doesn't like is the hyphen, like the hyphen X S apostrophe, no, not hyphen, apostrophe S and apostrophe. So whenever you see apostrophe, you need to remove that. So as you can see, all this game apostrophe S, apostrophe something, is all being removed. And so whenever I'm transferring, you don't have to worry about that because they already did it for you. So only thing you have to do is just copy those 3 folders, and you do need to create a directory for this, game list. So I will give you the game list. You just have to do is just download it, put the game list, just copy all the game lists into, let me show you where to copy it to. This is, you're gonna copy into OCX. OCX inside, this one don't have it, but inside here, OCX, you will have a playlist and a playlist art, underscore art. So you just download those 2 folders, copy those 2 folders in here into OCX. So I probably would have a folder already named COX. Inside COX, you will only see playlist art and playlist. Just copy those 2 inside here, and your game should work with the artwork and the playlist. Okay, so I'll provide that for you. If you don't have it, this one is a little bit hard to do, to create a playlist. So what I recommend in order to do it correctly is you're not going to go to, well, there's 2 ways to do it. You could go to TurboGrafx CD and create a game list. Okay, to create a game list, you just go to, you copy the path and go to the command prompt and type a directory. So let's do that real quick. Let me show you how I did it. To create a playlist, you just go to command prompt, you type in CMD. In here, you're going to type CD space, okay, Control V, and that is the path I want it to be. Alright, so it's not in the D drive because it's showing C, so I need to go D drive, D colon, enter. Now since I already changed the directory to PC Engine, I could just, the path is already there because I already say change to this path. Even though I wasn't in the D drive, but I'm in the path correct already. So in here, I just type in dir space star dot. Now, if you don't type UCE, let me show you the difference between not typing. When you type UCE, it gave you a two path, one on the left, one on the right. Okay. So what I normally do is type in, okay, game list. This one I think is because it's so long. I don't think you could prevent that. So you could type in game list.txt, or you could just type in the same name you're gonna create your folder. So the folder we created was TG CD and space. So in order to get the name, because the name have a space, so you need to put double quote. Okay, double quote. We put this over here closer, you can see better. Double quote, and then TGCD space PCE CD, and then period, text, and then double quote. Okay, and then it will create the game list, but it's going to also create you something else that you don't want. So you want to edit the file. So let's go ahead and minimize that, and let's look for it on the directory here. So you don't have to do all this. I'm going to create this for you, so you don't have to do all this. So only thing you have to do is just copy it over to your file. Okay. So now it created a one single folder for you, which is good. This is what we want. All right, one single name list. Now, if you do not type in the W, you don't type in the .cue. It's going to, instead of giving you 187 lists, okay, it's going to give you double line. So the best way to demonstrate this, let me do another one. Let me go to DOS prompt and show you the difference between by typing the physical name to the file and then not typing it. So we're going to do the same thing again, but this time we're going to call this number 2, so you can see the difference between the 2 and the 1. So let's just say you don't type that. You just say give me a directory in W, okay? Or you could type in, nah, just do it. That you could do a star or just W. All right, so it's created a second folder. So let's look at what the second one look like. All right, so we're going to minimize that and open up second one. It still created you okay, still create you a single folder, but with everything in it. So let's do something. I remember it's created double line. So if you put star point star, yes, let's reload. Okay, it didn't give you two lines. Alright, that's cool. It didn't give you 2 lines. That's fine. Either way, it worked. Alright, so now to create a list, you have to remove all this extra stuff, okay? Because those extra stuff, you don't want that. So you want to delete the extra last space. And then on the very top, you want to get rid of the title on the top. Okay, so you want to get rid of all this starting from number 1. Let's bring it up. Okay, we want to delete all this. Okay, and then you don't need the underscore CUE. So you're gonna take that CUE, and then we're gonna do control. We're gonna highlight it and go do Control F. So it automatically put the .cue here for you, and then you say replace it with nothing. So you replace all. So all the CUE is gone. See that? Okay, so that is your game list for the game, and it automatically have the underscore PCUC, PCECD, and that's how the game was named to the graphic. So that's cool. Okay, so that's the game list. We're gonna save that game list, and then we're gonna close it out. And we're gonna close that one out. Okay, so this game list right here is the one that we just created. So we're gonna copy that into the flash drive playlist. Okay, now we need the artwork. It have to be the same exact name on the game list, and it have to be the exact same name as the physical folder that we are transferring over, which is right here. So these 3 names have to be the same. This one, this text name, and then the artwork that we're about to download. So we're gonna open up Google and search for that artwork. Okay. Topographic. Okay, we're going to view by image, and so we just have to pick one. We just have to pick one that, you know, we could either pick this one or we could pick this one. So we just have to pick one that that look pretty cool. So let's zoom out, see which one that we should pick. This one seems to have everything, but it's all in little small black print. This one you will see the dot, so I don't want a dot. Turbo 16. That one also have dot, I don't want a dot. So you just have to pick one to use as the artwork. TurboGrafx CD. Alright, let's use that one. Let's just save that one, because you're not gonna find both of them together. So now we're gonna rename this the same name that we call the folder and the game list. So we call it uppercase TG CD space PCE CD. Okay, dot PNG lowercase. So that's going to be our artwork. So we're going to go ahead and save the artwork into the COC in the flash drive, and we're going to go to the playlist artwork. Okay, I'm going to save that right here in this folder, and that is the file name that we call it, and we just say save, and that's it. So that's how you create the box, the title name for the game and the game list. And that's what I did for all the game you see in the did I just close the whole right here, all the CoinOps. So if you could go back, and so you just, if you download this one, the game list is there, Game Gears game list is there, all the game lists. I actually download everything and put it in there. So all the artwork, all the game list is there for you. So you just have to do is just download it, and I'll have that link. I'll have this link for the converted ROM, which is CVS, and also the playlist and artwork. I'll give you that in the Telegram list. Okay, so you just copy those game lists into the same way you just copy those three over. This time you're just gonna drag the COX. So I'll have all the game lists and everything on this folder called COX. You just drag it and just drop it in the root directory, or just copy and paste. So once this is done, we're going to check out the Turbo CD and see how it look. And because right now this one do not have anything. This is a brand new just have version all the fix for the CoinOpsX, but the reason I have originally, I'm using it for one source. I want to see if one source will work on the newer version, which is the cabinet version 1.1. Cabinet version 1.1 do not support one source because it used the older firmware, which is firmware 4.15. So what I did is I went and transferred the one source folder over, and I also copy the content over. And I copy the one source over. Oh, I have two flash drives, so I might be copying to the wrong one. Let me go back to this one. Okay, so let me copy my artwork to the F drive, because I don't think I put it in F drive. I put it on a C drive. I put it on the I drive because I have two flash drives right now that both say one source. Because one source was too big for, so I need to pop up one of the SD card because I'm getting myself confused which one is which. Okay, one is turned off. So it's gonna be the F drive. Okay, so I'm gonna put this game, the artwork, we're gonna call it TurboGrafx CD space TurboGrafx, uppercase, TurboGrafx CD space PCE CD dot PNG. Alright, so we're gonna put the artwork in here, in this folder, save it. Well, I'll go and put it in the other folder. It's taking a long time. Don't know why. My machine is having some issue right now. It's running very slow. Okay, let's see what's going on. And then I need to bring the text file over, which I created over here in this folder. So I need to bring that over as well and put it into the playlist. Okay, replace. And right now, for some reason, this box art, I need to put it into F drive, box art. There you go. I think I was pointing to the wrong drive. That's the reason it wasn't saving. I was pointing to the I drive. I couldn't, because that's the one I just turned off. Because I was getting confused which one. Alright, let's explain about what I did over here. Okay, so one source do not work on a new cabinet, which I have a new cabinet which is 1.11. That's the cabinet model 1.11. The firmware I'm running is 5.61. It comes with 5.0 default when you first buy it from Sam's Club. The old cap comes with a 4.2, I believe, 4.15 and 4.25. And so if you downgrade your firmware to the older version, you will damage your cabinet. And I have talked to a couple of the YouTube channel people, and they told me, don't do it. You will actually physically damage your hardware, because the new cabinet 1.1 do not support 1.0 one source. But I tried to make it work, so what I did is I copied the one source and I copied the content from one source, because this is a 1 terabyte, and by putting both of them together, it's still not 1 terabyte. So I put both of them together, and as you can see, if you put both of them together, it comes with the 1.15 and it comes with the CUE. So I was thinking, okay, I will run the program called add-on and see if I could get this to work. But guess what? When you run the add-on, it does not work, because it looking for firmware 4.15, and my firmware is not 4.15, so it's not gonna work. So it will give you an error that this tool that you try to run, it does not work. It won't add on to the. So I was hoping that maybe it will add on to it. So I started the add-on tool. I just click on it down here, see right here, and I just select the drive, F drive. Now since we added the TurboGrafx CD, we will need to run this once the copy is done. So once it's finished running, once it finished copying everything over, we're going to run this, and it will give me errors that those three cannot be added because it cannot find those files. Okay, so just let you know that will happen. So we're gonna go to one source, and so I don't have any other game because this is the only topographic CD that I'm bringing over to show you. So this video, I will give you all the playlists and all the playlist artwork for all the console you see from archive, and then you could transfer it over and just copy that directly over here. But we're also going to look at CoinOps. CoinOps one source do not work in CoinOpsX. Even though I copy everything over, I copy the content over. As you can see, I have all the I have open board, port, whole bunch of stuff copy over here. It just won't work because this is a one source game that it will not work in this image. So, and this is the fully loaded version, but it will not work on this CoinOps. So by even copying the content and the source over, I run the program, it will not work. But I will demonstrate that so you can see yourself that it does not work. Okay, so once it's done, I'm gonna choose and do build. I'm not gonna record this because this transfer is gonna take at least 3 more minutes. So we're just going to assume I did all that, and then we're going to just go directly to the computer, to the Atgames cabinet, and look at it. Okay, all right, let me just go ahead and record this, let you see it. As you can see, the add-on was built successful with one source plus the CoinOps plus the Turbo CD that I just added. But let's go ahead and look at it and see what's the problem with it. You had 3 fail, and the 3 that fail are the one with the add-on. So the Turbo CD build is successfully the 2090 was successful, but there was 3 of them that wasn't built correct, wasn't built good. So if you scroll up the whole thing, let me scroll up to the top. I think it's in the top. Okay. So if you build, so the source, it saw the add-on, okay, for the version 4.15, and it saw it, and it said there's an error because it couldn't find the executable sh. So I don't know where that file is. It's apparently I don't know where is it because it couldn't find it. So it failed, and then it looked for the second add-on, which is the performance, improve the performance version 4.15, and it also cannot find the execute.sh, so it did not add it. Then the third error, which is the one source again, which is the same file that cannot be found, so it wasn't added, so it failed. And then everything else, the light gun, everything all work. So these are the first three that was from one source, and it cannot be added to the CoinOps. So we cannot use the one source game because the one source game, this one especially, have to be working. So you could run it, and it will take you to one source program. But since this file it cannot be located, I don't know if somebody had this file. Please share the file. Maybe, who knows? You just need that one file to make it work. But this is this file you could edit from Notepad++. It's a sh file, but I do not know what is the sh file is and how did they create it. If somebody know, could modify this to make it work with the, I guess, with CoinOps, but apparently that didn't happen. The people who created this didn't do it. So there's a separate program. One is called One Source, and one is CoinOps. So right now at this moment, Atgames do not support One Source. They only support the CoinOps. So you have an add-on. Or actually, they only support the bring your own game. Let me take that back. Bring your own game. The CoinOp is just an extra stuff that we could do ourselves by adding the artwork. Okay, so just FYI, this is what I got. So one source will not work, but we're gonna go ahead and look at it together and to see if we can find anything that we can make it work. Because so this build only thing it have is all the arcade that come with the version 5, CoinOps version 5, and it have turbo CD. Now we know we add more stuff to it because I transfer a lot of stuff over. We transfer open board, we transfer port, we transfer console stuff over from this machine, even some making that came over, but apparently none of those, I don't think none of those will work because it's not supported by CoinOps. So that's the bad news about it. Okay, but we're gonna go check it out. This is the double 16 that we just added. Okay, but this other one, Nintendo 64, I don't think none of those will work because yeah, I don't think none of this will work. All right, let's go to the machine and check it out. Okay, we're in the computer now. This one is not the same one that have the one source and CoinOp. We're going to plug that in next, okay? But I want to mention about the game list that I'm going to provide you. Now, if you notice that it gave you all that funny symbol, that is actually came from the check this. Like if you put in the computer and they found something wrong with it, and you do scan this, repair, those are hidden file that you can't see from your window. And you can remove it because if you remove it, it's going to accidentally write to the same location. It could your game and your gameplay will kind of messed up. So those kind of stuff you can't really remove it. But I will be providing you all this little icon here in the game list down here. So as you can see the bottom, I will be providing you all this artwork and then also the game list. So you will get all this artwork right here. Now I want to go to the one that is the adult game, which I think they have like close to 17. I went and changed the background picture because the one that they gave you, it had nothing but nudity, and so to me, I feel like it's not really appropriate because I'm playing game and I don't want somebody walk by and see that. Okay, so let me just get to that section and I'll show you what I did to it to make it where it's more acceptable instead of non-acceptable. Now they have created a different Atari. So okay, this is the one that I changed, okay, because all the artwork originally it was all nudity. So what I did is I picked pretty model that wear clothes and biking or underwear, which is very appearance and sexy, but it's not something where your kid walk by, you're not gonna like, oh my goodness, you know, if there's a nudity of a lady there. Okay, so if you also want this artwork, I will include it, but it would be in a folder called cover. And if you want to copy everything over, you know, just copy everything over. So those are the artwork that I changed to, so it's at least it's more appropriate instead of nothing but nudity and showing the private area and so on. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the one I was talking about that have all this funny line, and I'll show you where's it at. Going back to the outside, if you go to bring your own game on top, okay, and press enter, on the very top once you get there, on the very top you have the $sign, which is recycle bin and all that stuff. That's where those funny symbol came from. This 2 line right here. Okay, and that's where all the funny symbol came from. And so it's hard. You cannot remove it because this flash drive, this card that I'm using, it actually create those file and folder, and so that's what you are seeing, all those. So every time you unplug it and plug it in and you fix the bad sector, it's going to store those bad sector in here. And that's the reason when you was playing the game, you see all this thing here. And some reason Atgames automatically pick that up, even though it's not part of the CUE. And so I don't understand why it picked that up, but it does. So if you was to press enter, it seems some crazy. Yeah, it does even have artwork over here, but it's something that is supposed to be corrupted. It's in the recycle bin. So probably something was previously deleted and it kept it and it didn't go away. But I don't know, will it play? Which is kind of interesting because that's interesting. So I'll go back, click on home again. And this is something else. Huh. So it does show up over here. It's a recycle bin, but some reason it show up over here. It looked like you could play it. Let's try one of them. Nope, missing file on the USB. So these are the light guns that I have deleted. All right, so those are and this is the box art that originally come with the box art of the game for the adult game they have. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this off and let's plug in the other one, the one with the one source and the CoinOpsX together, and we're going to see what it look like. Okay, since this is a brand new installed flash drive, when you go to CoinOpsX, it's going to ask you to install the CoinOpsX. So then you just launch it. So let's go ahead and launch the apps. So when you first go in, it's going to ask you to install it. So what we did is we installed it, and then now we're going to launch it. So this one have the CoinOpsX and the one source combined together, but based on what I see, it doesn't seem to work at all. So the one source will not work with the latest version of 5.61, and plus this cabinet is a newer cabinet, is a model 1.1. So as you can see, my button is not the same color as the rest. It's just white, and this two pieces not combined together. It's a separate pieces, so therefore it's not going to work. And plus I only have one of the USB port over there, right there. There's only one port, it's not two port. So mine is a 1.1 version, so the CoinOpsX will not work. I mean the one source. So this is the new one I just added. It have turbo, it said turbo CD because this is the 187 game that combined the turbo CD and so you can see is 187 is a turbo is PC engine CD and turbo CD together, but not the full pack. Okay, so the game right here, it should work. You just copy the folder over. Once you unzip it, copy over, and then let's try the TurboGrafx CD version of Auto Beast, and then you just copy the game list over that we just download, which is that one, and here just press the player 1 button. Yeah, they have this on TurboGrafx, believe it or not. but you also have in a Sega Genesis. But this is a CD version of it. Pretty cool. Man, I'm about to die. Yep. Alright, let's get out of the game. So TurboGrafx CD does work, but I just don't have anything that is related to so this is the new add-on from the 5.0. William, same thing, same old game, but just don't have the one source game in here at all. So the one source, it does not work with the Atgames 1.1, the newer cabinet. So if you have an older cabinet, you could run one source and you could play open source, open board, Nintendo 64. You could run, I guess, maybe even Dreamcast, I believe. But it doesn't work over here. So the only thing that work is the site that I gave you. Those are only games that work on CoinOps. Now stay tuned for a video. I'm gonna put a Raspberry Pi on this new version, and I want to see if a spinner and trackball work or not, because nobody talk about if you add a Raspberry Pi with a trackball spinner work, and nobody talk about that. Let's go ahead and try the spinner. Let's try a spinner on Atgames CoinOpsX. Let's try see if it works first before we put the Raspberry Pi on this. So stay tuned for the second video. I'm going to put a Raspberry Pi on it, and I want to see if it actually works. So okay. Turn the volume a little bit up. Alright, this is supposed to be the spinner. Okay, spinner is working with the CoinOps. So you press the button, it's supposed to shoot. Ah! Try again. Man, I'm not good. Forget this. I'm gonna give up on this game. I'm giving up. Let me try something that maybe I more. Maybe I should try the Tempest, huh? I'm good at Tempest. See if we have Tempest on this. There should be two version Tempest. Tempest 2 and Tempest. So that's pretty cool. Alright, I'm good at Tempest with the spinner. I like that the graphic is so deep color. I was kind of disappointed with the one I bought from the Atgames, the counter cage bunk. Yeah, the graphic wasn't as deep color. That's the reason I thought that screen was having a problem. I'm like, man, the screen is bad too on this new. But it wasn't the screen issue. It was the game itself. The color wasn't calibrated correctly when they put the image on the bunk cabinet. So that's the reason when you look sideways, it looked like it looked like the game wasn't showing the graphic, that it was fade out or something. And that cabinet is good to keep, but not good to modify. I tried to modify it, but my joystick that I put on the side was too close to the screw, so I couldn't add it the joystick that the wood that I cut, because it's too close to the edge. Ah, die. Alright, let's quit. Save the game. I want to get out of the game. I don't want to save. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to try that with the Raspberry Pi. So stay tuned on that. But yeah, go ahead and download I'll have the link to download the game list and each of this thing here. And so you should able to without have to worry about. Now I went and download everything, like even with the one that come with the version 5 plus so if it asks you to replace it, just say yes, and then you can start downloading all the stuff over and put everything together in one folder. If you have a content folder, multiple folder, just put all of them in one. Okay, don't put it in all separate folder, because sometimes they will give you like content 1, 2, 3, 4. Just put all them in one folder content, copy everything into it, and then it should all work. All right, thank you for watching. Hopefully this helped, and stay tuned for another video. I want to see if a trackball and spinner work, because everybody put a Raspberry Pi on it, but they never test this or the spinner. I want to know if it worked, and I look on the video and nobody talk about it. So I'm going to try it myself on Raspberry Pi 4. See if it works, and then I'm going to try on the pinball as well, see if my new joystick will it work with the Raspberry Pi. And I'm going to do it with the Bluetooth, see if it works. Alright, stay tuned for that.